Hey everyone! In this video we'll quickly cover how to use presets and shared effects in FMOD Studio. Even when working on small projects, presets and shared effects can be extremely beneficial to optimize your workflow and production speed. Let's start with event presets. We'll make a new folder called presets in our events browser. The first preset we'll make is a simple 2D event that we'll use for things like ambient, music, etc. We'll just make a new event like always, right-clicking and pressing new event, and we'll call it something obvious like preset underscore 2D underscore loop. Just as a side note, you could also assign a bank to the preset events if you want to. This would create an event that's already attached to the correct bank every time when you'd use this preset. For us, we don't need to do that for now as we're making a more globally usable preset. Let's add a simple timeline sheet and add maybe one audio track to this event. Another thing we could do is add a loop region for like 10 seconds. We make this loop as most of these 2D events like music or ambient already need some sort of loop, such as our wind. Additionally, we could also set the max instances to 1. To do that, we'll click on the master track and then bring the max instances down, and we can leave stealing to oldest. This makes sense in our current context, as most of the time you'd only want one type of music playing in the game or only one type of wind, so we can leave this max instances on 1. So that's pretty much it. We have our event set up, but how do we make it now into a preset? Right-click onto this event and select Add to Presets. As you can see now, it says #preset on the side of our event. Perfect. So now we can start using it to create new events. Let's also drag it into the actual presets folder, since for some reason I missed that. Let's use it once to show you the workflow. We'll make a new event for some kind of river, water, looping sound. Right-click on the ambient folder, and instead of selecting new event, we go to the drop-down event presets. We see here some built-in presets like 2D action, 3D action, 2D timeline, 3D timeline, but what we're interested in is our event that we just made into a preset, preset underscore 2D underscore loop. Click it, and we can see that we get a new event which is already set up the exact way we'd want it to be. So we can call this something like water. This naming doesn't really make sense in an actual game project, but for now this is more than sufficient. Now we can assign this water to the correct bank, ambient, and yeah, as you can see, all of the presets such as the loop, the max instances, the audio track, they're all here already. All we'd have to do now is drag in a sample of our water sound and adjust the loop region, and we'd be completely set. This is where the strength of presets really shines. It really can speed up your workflow, and I really recommend to set up some presets, even if they're simple ones like this one, as it just makes your life easier. Let's swap our focus to another powerful type of presets in FMOD Studio, shared effects. Go to Window, Shared Effects Browser, and open it up. Shared effects do exactly how they are named. They are basically presets for effects or a chain of effects that you can then apply to each event. If you modify a shared effect or effect chain, it will apply to all events that use it. Let's make a new effect chain that has a delay and reverb. Right-click, select New Shared Effect, and then New Effect Chain. We'll call it something like effects chain underscore DR for delay and reverb. On the bottom, we can click to add new effects. Let's add an effect and select FMOD delay. Now let's do that again, right-click, insert effect, and now we select FMOD reverb. This is pretty much all we have to do here, so let's quickly go again to our water event that we made. On the bottom of our master track of our event, we can right-click and select Add Effect. Then we go to Shared Effects and we select our newly created effects chain. Now, if we would ever change this effects chain anywhere, these exact settings will be transferred to every event that uses this effects chain. Let's take a look how that looks. As I change the reverb time here, the reverb time also changes in here on the event. But if I change it on the event, it also changes on the actual effects chain. This is the power of shared effects. Overall, shared effects allow you to pick and choose which sound shares certain effects change, without being dependent on how the events are routed through their buses, etc. It gives a precise and granular control. And that's it for this video.